Now, in other news, the mandatory mask mandate has been lifted in almost all settings, with the exception of healthcare facilities. It's one of the last significant COVID measures to be unwound. At schools across the country this morning, students were able to choose whether they wanted to keep the mask or not.
A new day, a new beginning.
Sometimes it was harder to hear people with the masks on because you couldn't really read their lips either.
It feels a lot more like the pandemic's over now.
It's just easier to breathe and stuff now with no masks.
Many of the pupils here at Ovens National School said the non-compulsory wearing of masks is like a ray of sunshine.
You can't really hear people when they have the masks on, and it's easier to learn when the teachers don't have them on.
After a while I got used to them, but it's a big bonus now that we don't have to wear them, but it's not the end of the world if we did either.
Come roll call, just 10% of pupils had decided to keep the mask.
I just said I'd wear it because I don't really want to get COVID.
I think it's safer just to keep wearing them. And it just helps not getting COVID.
Earlier in the morning on the way into class, parents of children attending the school shared their thoughts.
Move forward now, that's the best thing for everyone, I think.
The risk isn't with that age group, so I think it's the right thing to do.
Some kids, I think, prefer to wear them for their own protection, especially if they're suffering from asthma or something like that.
Personally, I'm comfortable with it.
It's like the COVID cloud has been lifted, said one parent.
Very exciting that the bubbles and the pods are going, because now children can play together more freely in the yard. They can play with other classes and their brothers and sisters. Maybe they were in different classes, which is very exciting for the children and much more normal.
Proper ventilation is still a priority among teaching staff.
Well, most of the time I forget my mask, so I'd have to ask my friends for one or Miss McCarthy.
You're kind of playing with them and stuff like that, and you kind of be like trying to pull it down so you can breathe properly.
People are now hoping we're heading in the right direction. Paul Byrne, Virgin Media News, Cork.
Well, masks are no longer required on public transport or in retail settings. Let's go to Paul Quinn now, who's in Dundrum Town Centre in South Dublin for us this lunchtime. So, Paul, are the shoppers wearing masks or not?
Yeah, I'd have to say, Colette, it's definitely 50-50, and it actually feels a little bit strange to be inside a shopping centre today and not have your mask on you. It feels like you're doing something wrong, but you know those yellow signs we're all so familiar with, the social distancing signs, they've all been pulled up. They're no longer here, and today is a really big day for retailers, and I think it is going to take people a little bit of time to get used to it. But as you say, I think it's definitely 50-50, people wearing masks, people choosing not to wear the mask. We've been speaking to some of those shoppers to see how they're feeling about the changes.
We felt naked without it, but you kind of have to use your own judgment.
I feel I'm safer wearing it. I can't go without it. Like, I know some people want to go without it, but I don't want to go without it. We just feel like we want to wear it. I think we got so used to wearing them that it's kind of become normal now, hasn't it? I'm sure in time we will drop them, but at the moment it's just a little bit too soon, I think.
It's a bit nerve-wracking, yeah, but it's grand. Like, it's just looking around, it's actually nice.
I was nervous about not wearing it, but like I feel better about it now. I suppose it's better because it's been so long.
It's a bit strange. It's been strange. Like, you've been using it continuously for the last number of months, so it seems a bit strange not to be wearing them now. But you can't wear them forever.
Now, while masks are no longer mandatory on public transport as well, the advice is that people should still wear them on public transport and in crowded settings. We spent some time at the Lewis stop, at the bus stops this morning, and it has to be said that the majority of people we spoke to are still going to wear the mask.
I'll keep wearing masks. Like, even if I don't have to, I'll keep wearing them. I just feel safer with it.
I really, really hate them, and I feel that I'm hemmed in, so I can't wait now. On the buses I'll do it, small places, but they're gone otherwise.
Oh, I'll definitely wear a mask on public transport, but I'd be relieved to leave it off in other places. But in a crowded shop, I'll wear it.
I think when you're going on the buses or the Lewis or that, you're much safer with it on, you know. It's a bit too soon, really, to be taking it off, isn't it?
Now, as I said, today is a big day for retailers, a big day too for those in hospitality. As staff working in bars and restaurants will no longer be required to wear masks as well. But after masks being such a big part of our lives for the last 2 years, I do think it will take a little bit of time for us to get used to the new normal.